Hello guys, welcome to the Ducky channel and welcome to another episode of Tarot CelebriTEA. Okay, so today we're going to be looking into Britney Spears' relationship with Sam Asghari. We're going to see what they're like together. What will they be like in the long run? Do they have a good chance of being together and successful in the long run? We'll see. So again, first and foremost, I'd like to say that, I do these tarot readings for entertainment purposes. They're not to be shady. They're not to disrespect the energy of whomever I'm reading. Whenever I'm giving tarot card readings, I'm always big on respect. You're always in charge of your own life. You're always the director of your own movie. And this is just going to be getting a general energy of the vibe of what's going on currently between the two of them. So without further ado, let's get started, okay? So today I'm going to be using my Pride Tarot deck and my Green Oracle deck. Shout out to my sister who gave me this deck, and I got this one as a birthday gift for myself. My birthday was in May, and I was like, you know what? I really want a new tarot deck. So I got one, treat yourself. So anyway, let's get started with Britney and Sam's relationship. So we're going to get a general energy reading of what their energy is like together right now, currently. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to save my mantras for a little bit, and then we'll get started. All right, so let's get a general energy of what does Britney think in regards to Sam right now? What are Britney's thoughts, feelings, emotions currently in regards to Sam? The 10 of Pentacles, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. We love that for her. All right, what are Sam's current feelings and what is Sam's current energy in regards to Britney Spears right now? The Page of Swords in reverse. There's a little bit of a... So let's get started with a little bit of Britney's side. So when it comes to Britney, she feels really abundant with Sam. She feels like she hit the jackpot. I've been seeing a lot of comments of people saying, she hit the jackpot. And she really feels this way with the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles talks about, absolute wealth, feeling very abundant, not only just monetarily or, when it comes to things about the 3D realm, but just feeling very abundant emotionally, spiritually, physically. She's just feeling very good when it comes to Sam. Now, what are Sam's thoughts when it comes to he and Britney Spears? There's I think he's struggling a little bit more with the Page of Swords here in reverse. Normally the Page of Swords talks about, being a great communicator, being a great vocalizer and verbalizing their thoughts. But in reverse, I think a little bit of the media and all this talk is getting a little bit to Sam, because normally in reverse it can talk about gossiping. So I'm thinking that some of the gossip is starting to get to him, because sometimes I see some comments of people saying, oh, he's just going to be using Britney just like her past relationships. And I think some of these things are starting to get to him. Some of these comments might be getting to him a little bit. So let's dive a little bit deeper into what is it about this. So what exactly is going on with Sam? What is it that maybe he's not able to communicate well enough to Britney, or what is this gossip that is starting to kind of cloud his judgment or cloud his mind? the devil in reverse. So let's see if this focuses. There we go. So with the devil in reverse, actually talks about freedom, being free from, bad habits and lustful thoughts and stuff like that. And I think what I'm seeing with the page of swords and with the devil here, I think this whole free Britney movement is maybe taking a little bit of a toll on him, on his thoughts, because he is a Pisces. Now, a Pisces is a water sign, and they can be emotional people, so I think maybe this whole free Britney movement, and maybe he's seeing some of the comments, some of the gossip, is starting to get to him a little bit. It's starting to kind of cloud his thoughts. But also I'm seeing that he's starting to also try and free himself of these things. I think he's realizing that, there's a lot more to being with Britney than he thought. And it's not a bad thing. I think it's just, sometimes whenever you're an A-list celebrity, or you're with someone who's an A-list celebrity, sometimes a little bit of that social media gossip, some of that media gossip can get a little bit overbearing, especially if you're not used to it. And I think he's been under the limelight a little bit, but not to the extent that Britney is in. So I think it's very new for him. And but he's starting to free himself of these things. He's like, okay, you know what? This is what I signed up for. This is part of the package. If I want to be with Britney, this is what I'm going to have to endure, not just during the Free Britney movement, but after this. She's a big A-list celebrity, so of course, there's always going to be people in the media gossiping, talking badly. So I think he's starting to kind of free himself of that. He's starting to notice, okay, maybe I can't be looking at the comments as much as I used to, or maybe I can't think about them too much, because they're starting to cloud his judgment a little bit. But the good thing is that he's starting to free himself out of these things. So now let's see a little bit on how are they going to be in the long run. So how will Britney and Sam be in the long run? Let's draw some cards. How will Britney and Sam be in the long run together? The Ten of Wands in reverse. How will Britney and Sam be in the long run together? The Ace of Cups in reverse. The High Priestess. That's beautiful. Okay, so yeah, going back to the A-list celebrity and all that media gossip, getting towards Sam, I'm getting the sense that in the long run, he needs to find a way to let go of these burdens. The Ten of Wands normally talks about being overburdened by things. He needs to let go of some of these things. He needs to know that he can't put too much thought or let his feelings get in the way of the comments and the gossip that other people will be talking. Because when you're a celebrity, people will talk. People will always be talking. Some people will be on your side, some people will not be on your side. He just has to trust himself. I'm getting more of the sense that this is going to be more on the sense of on Sam's side. If they really want to make this relationship work, he needs to learn how to let go of his feelings getting too invested in social media and what people are saying on the tabloids and whatnot. And he just needs to trust himself. The High Priestess is all about, having that intuition. And he is a Pisces, and they're very intuitive, they're a water sign. So he just needs to kind of, just let some of these comments go, let them go, and not have them affect his emotions. He just needs to, kind of like this, he just needs to let these comments, these negative comments, kind of go with the flow and not put too much thought and care into them, and just trust himself that he's in it for the right reasons. He cannot let other people's judgments cloud his mind, because they're starting to kind of cloud his mind. All the gossip, where people are starting to be like, oh, he's not in it for the right reasons, he just wants to use her, he wants to be with her for the money. And I'm not really getting that. He seems like a very genuine person. He just needs to trust himself. He needs to trust himself that he really loves Britney, and he's in it for the right reasons, and he cannot let himself get overburdened by the comments, because he seems to be an emotional person. He does seem, or not emotional, just sensitive is what I'm seeing. He lets his emotions get the better of him. And so what he needs to do, if he really wants to make this relationship work and be successful, is he cannot let his emotions get the better of him whenever it comes to what other people are saying about he and Britney's relationship, because he knows his reality with Britney. No one else knows what their relationship is like, and therefore he needs to trust himself and knowing that he knows his truth with Britney, and that's all that matters. All right, so let's see a little bit of some challenges. What are some challenges that maybe might be coming on for them? So what are some difficulties? What are some challenges between Brittany and Sam and their relationship? The Five of Pentacles in reverse. What are some challenges? The Seven of Swords, yeah, in reverse. Yeah, okay, so again, the Seven of Swords normally talks about lies and deceit, malice, um, looking after your possessions, but this came out in reverse. So with this, they just need to be careful of not letting what other people are saying about their relationship get the better of them, to where they start acting really cold towards one another and maybe distant. The Five of Pentacles is all about, being left out in the cold. But in reverse, I'm getting the sense of that they cannot let other people's thoughts, other people's, gossip and their opinions start affecting their relationship, where they start maybe being less open about things with one another, and they start becoming a little bit more cold and distant, especially when it comes to communication. That's what cannot happen here, is what I'm seeing. So Brittany or Sam, if someone is watching this, don't let other people's comments, their opinions about the two of you get the better of you, where you both start to physically distance yourself from one another, or you're not as open about with your thoughts in regards to one another. That is going to be the challenge here. And I'm getting the sense it's because both of them are mutable signs. Brittany is a Sagittarius and Sam is a Pisces. They are both mutable signs, so they both go with the flow. They're very flowy. They both like their space. They both like their distance, which is good. It's good to have distance. Just don't put too much distance. They cannot put too much distance between one another, especially when it comes to things they're thinking about. Maybe when they're feeling like, oh, maybe you're lying to me or you're hiding something from me. They got to talk things out. They cannot let too much time and distance separate them, to where it becomes even more difficult for them to come together and communicate about maybe some things that they are insecure about, or some things they are unsure about. And I'm getting the sense it's going to come more from Sam's end, because this is his energy right now. The devil with in reverse, with the Page of Swords in reverse. So he just needs to be open and honest with Britney and being like, hey, how do you handle these situations? How do you, I'm newer to this, you know, how do you not let the deceit, the lies, the things that other people are saying about you, how do you not let them get to you? Instead of retracting and being a little bit more distant and cold with one another, they really need to come together and communicate. So let's find some advice for them. Let me just put some these cards over here. So let's get some advice cards for them. What is some advice for Britney in regards to Sam? So we'll draw one for Britney and one for Sam. Let's get an advice card for Britney. Nine of Wands, resilience. Let's see if this focuses a little bit more. Okay, it doesn't want to focus. Maybe after I draw another card. All right, what is some advice for Sam in regards to how he can handle this relationship with Britney? The Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah. All right. So let's start with Britney's card first in regards to some advice for her. If she really wants to make this relationship work, she needs to be resilient. The Nine of Wands is all about resilience, you know, staying strong. And I think it's great that, you know, she got this card because the Suit of Wands is a fire, is representative of the fire element. I'm so sorry that this is kind of blurry, y'all. Let me try and fix it. There we go. There we go. All right, so she needs to stay strong. You know, she's used to being under the fire, being, you know, flamed, being burned by other people, and she's used to being resilient. And so now she needs to, if she really wants to make this relationship work, she has to be there for Sam and give him some advice, you know, on how he can also be resilient towards, you know, some of the comments, especially the negative criticism that he's getting. He's not used to it as much as Britney is, and so therefore it impacts him a lot more. And this is clarified with the Queen of Cups here regarding Sam's advice. The Queen of Cups in reverse is all about, you know, it's all about emotions. Normally the Queen of Cups is very strong in her emotions. You know, she knows she is sensitive and emotional, but in reverse, you know, their emotions can get the better of them. So Sam's advice for this relationship is to not let his emotions get the better of him, to where they start clouding his judgment. They start, you know, changing his actions, or in regards to his relationship with Britney. He cannot let this happen. And it's interesting that he got a Suit of Cups card, which Cups is all about water. He's a Pisces, and she's a Sagittarius, and she got a fire card. The Suit of Wands is ruled by the element of fire. And so the Suit of Fire, or the Suit of Wands, is all about our ambitions, our wants, our desires, our actions. So Britney really would need to take some action in regards to helping Sam find ways to be resilient, to be strong, to not let these negative criticisms get the better of him. And with the Suit of Water, the Suit of Water is all about our emotions, our intuition, our feelings. So he cannot let what other people are saying affect his feelings so much that he starts behaving differently. Because what he's been doing, he seems like a very genuine person. From the energy I'm getting, they seem to work very well together. All right, so lastly, let's get an oracle card representing their relationship together. What is their current relationship like right now? Small things, yeah. And I'm getting the sense that I'm getting two things from this. Sam is letting some of the small things, like the little petty gossip, the little negative criticisms he's getting, he's letting these smaller things kind of pile up and get the better of him. And he cannot let that happen, because they are in a very pivotal moment right now in their relationship, where he's been doing so well. And if you want to be with an A-list celebrity or someone who's in the limelight, you cannot let these small things start piling up, because they can. He's been letting them kind of slide. He's been letting these small things slide, but they're starting to pile up on and on to where they're starting to kind of get the better of him. So this is mainly on Sam's behalf. It seems like Britney really is in a great place with Sam. They both work well together. He just cannot let these small things get the better of him. He cannot let them affect his emotions so much that he starts behaving differently than he has been, because what they've been doing together has been working. He cannot let these small little critiques, these small comments that other people are saying that don't know anything about their relationship, he cannot let those small comments get the better of him. So let's draw one more card for them in the long run. Let's get an oracle card representing Britney Spears and Sam Asghari's relationship in the long run. Heat. Ooh, spicy. Yeah, there's a lot of passion here. There's a lot of warmth. There's a lot of passion here. I think, they have a lot of potential. They have a lot of potential to stay strong and be together in the long run, because there is a lot of passion. They just can't, they cannot let that passion burn out by letting the small things get the better of them. There's so much passion here between the two of them. There's a lot of warmth. There's a lot of kindness here. And this is mainly with Sam Asghari's thing that he has to endure, is just not letting the small things affect him as much. Britney is more used to being flamed, being under the fire, being burned, getting negative criticism, and she can handle it. She's fiery. She's a Sagittarius. She's fiery. She can handle it. Sure, it took a while for her to get used to it, maybe, but now she knows what it's like to be a celebrity. And Sam is rising up to that level because he's with Britney, and he didn't realize that these small things can really take a toll on you. People will critique you on the littlest of things, and sure, you can let them slide, but if you don't do anything about them, or you don't disregard them, they start piling up, and those small things become bigger things, and they become tumultuous. So that's what's going on. If he is able to find ways to not let these small things get the better of him and his relationship with Britney, they're gonna have a very hot and passionate and fiery relationship full of passion together. And that's kind of all I'm seeing. I mean, they got a really good shot here. They got a great chance. It's just Britney has to really kind of talk to him and be like, hey, listen, this is part of being a celebrity. You cannot let the comments get to you. Cannot let any little critique. Everyone's going to critique you. You're under the microscope. Everyone's going to be watching you. So you cannot let the smallest of things get the better of you, because there's always going to be someone wanting to say something, give their opinion, and you cannot let that affect your emotions. And you got to know your truth. You got to know the reality of the situation. No one knows their relationship like they do, and therefore he just has to hold on to that, because they got a lot of potential here. And that's what I'm seeing. So that's my reading for Britney and Sam. I'm so happy for them. Again, whenever I do tarot card readings, whenever I see some things that aren't the best, we try and focus on what we can do to flip the script or find the silver linings on that, because ultimately we are always in control of our own lives. We can always tweak things that are in our control to try and maneuver the course of action towards a more positive direction. Sometimes those things, we are not able to tweak things, and in that case, just try and find, the silver lining and even the worst of situations, because there always is some kind of a silver lining. So anyway, that's it for my reading. Thank you for listening. If you would like me to do another tarot celebrity video, please, give me a like, give me a comment to suggest on what video I should do next. I will also be doing, tarot pick a pile or pick a card readings. I just don't know when I will upload them. But I am also live on Twitch, and I'm going to try and do free tarot card readings on Twitch Tuesdays and Thursdays, from 9 a.m. Central Standard Time till about noon Central Standard Time. So if you'd like to say hi to me and be like, hey, I saw you on YouTube, please come by and say hi. I'll be live. I normally do gaming streams on Wednesdays and Fridays. So, if you'd like any suggestions, or if you'd like to offer some suggestions, please let me know. I'm all about growth and learning and educating myself to being a better content creator, because I'm still new to this. So thank y'all so much for being here. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day whenever you're watching this. Remember, you're amazing. Count your blessings. There's always a silver lining for anything, and I hope to see y'all again soon. Thank you. See ya. Bye.